every once in a while, a movie comes out that I don't really think will be all that good, and I end up being completely charmed by it. And the Sonic movies is one such case of a franchise. I mean, I was expecting to like the second one because I like the first one so much, but they are warm and funny and just absolutely delightful. And we do have a Sonic 3 coming around, but is it going to be able to release on time? And will it even hold on to its release date at all? That is the subject of one of today's Mint Mobile hotline questions of the day. If you guys have a question for the channel and you'd like to see you do a video about it, go ahead and call our hotline number anytime 24/7 at 951-268-4259. And again, one of today's questions is about Sonic 3.
Hey, John. Jared from Atlanta, Georgia. I was on IMDb.com earlier today, and I was looking at the production status of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I saw that it was still in pre-production. And I looked to see what pre-production includes, and I saw that it includes writing, and unfortunately right now, they are on strike. And with Avatar 3 already being scheduled to be released the same day that Sonic 3 is currently scheduled for, do you think that Paramount is going to push back Sonic 3? And have a wonderful day.
All right, Jared, thanks a lot for calling that in. And yeah, I mean, Sonic 3, as of right now, is the IMDb page listed as in pre-production. Okay, a couple things to touch on here. First of all, IMDb's information is rock solid, reliable after a movie has come out. Don't rely on it too terribly much before a movie comes out. They'll oftentimes have cast listings that aren't actually real and production statuses that are off, stuff like that. All right, so that's one thing. Production status. When you hear the term pre-production, it's important to know that means anything that happens in a movie before the director says action, before the actors are actually in front of the camera and they're on set. That includes, costume design, set construction, storyboarding, writing. Yes. So even though Sonic 3 is still technically in pre-production, I would bet dollars to dimes that the script is written. I have a feeling the script for Sonic 3 has probably been written for a very, very long time. That I don't know that as a fact, but I'm going to guess that that's probably the case. All right. So could the writer's strike delay it? It's possible it could if there were still, if there was any rewrites being done or things like that. So it's possible. I think unlikely that the writer's strike is going to impede a December 20th, 2024 release date for Sonic 3. That being said, you bring up another interesting question about the fact that Sonic 3 right now is scheduled to go head to head on the same day with this little independent film known as Avatar 3. Just a tiny little film, a little spunky film franchise that could, if you will, defying the odds, against all things. And could that make it move? Well, listen, in a world where, could Avatar 3 be bumped because of a writer's strike or because of this? I think maybe it would be more because of this, but who knows? Maybe, as Ray believes, Ray and I were having this debate before things started. Ray is a big Sonic fan. He believes that right now, good Canadian kid, Jameson Cameroon, is shaking in his little Canadian booties, terrified at the notion that he might have to run headfirst into a little blue ball that is not from one of the Na'vi, but rather Sonic, a little hedgehog that's going to destroy his franchise.
Yep.
Well, let's look at the head-to-head numbers here. Now, both franchises have had 2 films. Sonic has had 2 films. Avatar has had 2 films. Let's see how they've done. Well, Sonic has made, by the way, a very impressive, when you combine the first 2 movies from Sonic, $725 million. That, my friends, is nothing to sneeze at. That's actually a really cool result that I think if you had asked them before they ever made the first Sonic movie, they say, yes, sir, all day, we will take that number. That is a really nice success for this franchise, a franchise I like very much. And it's so close to Avatar's number. No, it's not. Avatar's made $5.243 billion between the 2 films. So the answer to your question is, number one, yeah, one of them's going to move. And number 2, it ain't going to be James Cameron. James Cameron is not moving this film because, by the way, the Avatar franchise, it gets a lot of families out. Families like going to watch the Avatar movies, and that is the demographic that Sonic is going to be going for. So, yeah, has anybody from the studio contacted me and told me that they're going to be moving Sonic? No. Can I guarantee you Sonic will move off that date? Absolutely. You know why? Because they're not stupid. You get out of the way of Avatar. Anyway, Chris, you, I know, are somebody who really appreciates these Sonic
Freaking love
movies.
Sonic.
You adore these movies.
I do. Ray got me so much Sonic stuff for my birthday that I have
Oh,
all
that's
over my
true.
house now, too. It's all adorned around our TV.
Yeah.
I love it.
So the first question here is, do you think the writer's strike is going to potentially interfere with its release date? A release date that's still pretty far off. But number two, do you think one of these two will blink, Avatar or Sonic, off that release date? Or do you think there's plenty of room for both of them to release on the same day? If one of them moves, which one? What do you think?
Well, I would love for this to be my Christmas double feature. I definitely think Sonic will move. You know, before when they pulled Sonic because of the design, that was a really ballsy move from Paramount at the time, but they gave us a product that we all were very, very happy with in the end, right? I don't see Paramount having any qualms of going, maybe we set up our little Hedgehog for a bit more success and just change the date. I think that's a complete non-issue, and I do think they will move it. Now, supposedly the script is done. Pat Casey and Josh Miller are the ones penning this one, and they have said that they've completed it, taking a lot of inspiration from Sonic Adventures 2, and then obviously the Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off game, since we know Shadow's going to be in this one. But this could still be affected by the writer's strike because of the Ben Schwartz factor. All right. Ben Schwartz, much like we have with Ryan Reynolds, can't improvise during the strike because he is also a member of the WGA. And even though the script might be locked, there could be rewrites, or we could have a lot of improvisation in here too. So that's something that could factor into this. And Ben's been on the picket line. So we'll see if that affects it overall.
Ray, you are the dissenting voice on this one. Why is James Cameron going to move out of the way of Sonic?
He's not only going to move, he's going to beg Disney, hey, I want to be on Disney Plus. Let's just put this movie on Disney Plus because Sonic is nothing
Game over,
we want to
man.
go up against, right? No. I love Sonic. It's probably going to move. But in my heart of hearts, I just want to say that they shouldn't move. If you have this release date, just go up against Avatar. You'll make your money anyways.
You think so? You think it'll make its money?
I think it's going to make its money, and not that opening weekend, but maybe the next weekend. People will go see it.
Against.
You know what I mean?
But do you think Sonic has a better chance of success if it's not opening on the same weekend as, say, the biggest franchise in history?
Well, how much is it going to move?
Well, yeah, that's a good question.
The week before, it's still going to run into Avatar. It's got to completely move to a different month, I think.
Probably.
And that takes a lot of brains in a room, like trying to think of when that would be.
Movie schedules around.
I'll tell you about brains in a room. I did some additional research, and the combined amount here, if we look, of 5.2 billion, actually works out surprisingly to 14 Black Adams.
Whoa!
Wow, there's some killer analytics being
Adams?
played there.
14.
Dang.
Wow. Great analysis there.
know.
14
Well done.
Adams. I love it.
What to keep me around for.
We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? We've got Sonic and Avatar heading for a big confrontation, opening right now, scheduled to open on the exact same day. Which one do you think will move? Do you think the writer's strike might step in and cause and force Sonic to move anyway? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Listen, if you like our content, make sure you check out our daily podcast, the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple, Spotify, and your favorite podcasting app of choice.